So we have a service. If we run it, we can make sure that it works well. So by this data is output to the console, and if we run our application from here, if we run it, we will see logs instead of the console. This is logs. And in order to display information in logs, the logger class is used. So let's create a provider for our service. Sending students provider. And to put it to the context by stereotype annotation component. Or Spring Framework stereotype component in this. If we open Spring Boot application, then we will see that this annotation, Spring Boot's application annotation, is derived from three annotations: enable auto configuration, component scan, and configuration. And component scan, it means that if the class in the root package, then it's automatically placed in the configuration context. So in here, in our project, we can delete separation of our package because it's in the root package, service package, all beans, all POCHTA files for beans. Okay, and let's inject our service sending student service in a sending student provider class as a field in the constructor. With auto wired annotation for injection from org Spring Framework bin factory annotation auto wired. So we have a service and we can invoke its method instead of some class, for example, some function, for example, function service, function run. Service dot send student its method. And let's open its implementation, and instead of this send student from send by car, let's open send by car. Let's change it to send by train by using qualifier sendable, and open its implementation, and instead of print to the console, we will use logs. Let's do it. Create a logger, get logger with a name of this class. Dot simple name or just name. Okay, and we will use method, this is private access modifier, and we will use its method info for sending some message to the logger. Copy this and send it here, and we can delete print to the console. Sending to school, student name, this is string from project configuration, student name Harry Potter, okay, and after repo, save student, and here we will use also logger, but from this student database class. And from this logger, we invoke this method info. And delete this print line. Okay. This is our service, and we inject our service to this sending student provider. Run. Now we need to determine the point in time when this method run, will be launched. If we want to run it when the application starts, when we have to implement the CommandLineRunner interface. Let's do it. CommandLineRunner. And we needed to implement this method run. And now this instruction inside method run will run when the application starts. And we can run our application. And we can see a description of mistake. That could not found sending service. Sending service we specify, we market it as annotation service, but it instead this configuration only. This service configuration. Service configuration, but we needed to create its beans for this provider. Let's create other class, provider configuration. It's a configuration. Okay. Inside this class, it must be open class. We can create a bin for our service. Open function. Don't forget this keyword open, it's important. Function, our service. This sending service station. And instead of creation trip to Hogwarts, student name, qualifier, and etc., we can only extend the service configuration. Service configuration. Okay, and service configuration must have trip to Hogwarts, student name, and this service class, because it's sending service separated by service annotation. Okay. And let's run our program. And in logs, we can see this information. Trip to Hogwarts application started, and we can see sending student by train, Harry Potter sent to school by train in logs, and student database. Student is saved in the database. This was printed when we started the application, because we were using the command line interface in this provider. Command line runner interface, and in its method run. Good job, and I see you in the next lesson.